Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another iRacing video here. This time we are in the Formula 4 cars over at Silverstone. This is the 7th week of the FIA F4 Esports Regional Europe fixed setup, meaning that we are going to be starting P13 in this completely equal field here. So nothing we can do in terms of setup here. We're all on the exact same car, exact same specs. There's nothing that we can do to the car, in fact. This time we didn't qualify yet, we're starting in P13, so a lot of drivers not getting in their laps, and we're seeing incidents all around already. There's some driver who's lost his wings there as well, or maybe that was a front bumper, I'm not sure. Oh, the driver in front of us goes off and we just need to hit him. Nothing else we can do, it's absolute chaos behind us here, but we keep going. Chaotic to say the least here.
Your car has too much damage, we've got to fix it.
Unfortunately, the orange and black flag is out immediately, or meatball flag as is, so we need to come in, try and fix the car. That one hurts, it really does.
Go left.
Here we come into the right hander, then we lose the car as well to make it even worse. That's a shame. There was so much potential there, but unfortunately we now have to come in as well as having lost time, so it's not looking too good for us here. I gotta be honest, almost not what we were hoping for at all, but it does sometimes happen here. Now we're kind of driving in no man's land too here. The driver ahead of us is quite far gone, 5.5 seconds. We are on a bit of a gap to the driver behind us as well, 2.9 seconds here. The car actually does look quite okay still, but still the flag's been waved, and I can't really figure out what's happened to it other than the damage that we have to the side there. No matter what, we need to try and make it in, and yeah, well, it is just unfortunate, but it's part of life, I assume, and we're in a decent position still if you consider that the other drivers haven't really come in that much further, and we're gonna see quite a few drivers most likely pitting in as well. And all the positions are gonna come in. There are a couple drivers behind us, but also lots of DNFs here already. I think we have 11 drivers left only. That's usually good for us here, although we have picked up quite a bit of
You're in the top 10.
quite a bit of a
5,
scenario for us, I gotta say.
3,
It does open up opportunities to finish quite okay
right
though.
here.
As the car's being lifted up here, we're kind of just stuck.
That's it, go.
Now, if you are liking the content so far, please consider liking and subscribing. Today, we started off on a iRacing rating,
Clear.
986, which is not that bad at all. A 2.63 safety rating is definitely something we can improve on, but it's not bad at all. So we're gonna see improvements coming eventually. I am 100% certain. Now at least we've got a fresh car coming out of the pits, and we should be good to go. On the straights we're being chased. We're up to P8. This time the lobby is actually fairly average. I would say we're basically smack in the middle of the average, so it's definitely not that bad at all. Definitely a race we can do well in, but once again we struggle in the exact same corner and we go off, unfortunately. We recover. Obviously we just raced in the wet a little bit as well. That was even worse than this, but so far we've made a couple mistakes here and it's cost us. Average strength of field here is 911. We keep it going here, a little bit over 15 minutes left. Here we come. This time we're looking a little bit more solid through maggots and buckets as well, so we're definitely improving now. But still, let's see if we can tackle the damn corner that we've been struggling with so far. I think that's probably going to be the biggest concern for now on. Well, I must say we're doing quite okay and looking to keep it that way. This time we don't need to pit here. Gotta make sure that we don't lock the brakes too hard here. It is quite difficult to do so. But how well that happens. As we make it through, we're up to P7. Looking to come in here and do our best. We'll see what comes of it eventually. So far, so good. Make the corner after unfortunately having to go a little bit of the throttle there. We gotta make sure we make the corner in the first place. It's cost us quite a bit of time, but in a P6 it's not bad at all. Moved our positions here. We're looking to hold on to the space as much as we possibly could. And so far we're so good. Things might change. Once again, coming through Mackets and Backets, look a little bit better here at this classic British circuit. Obviously a circuit that once was an airfield, as with many British circuits. It's hosted some of the most iconic races, I think, in the world. I think that's fair to say. Formula 1, MotoGP, you name it. Now the F4 iRacing series is racing there as well, of course.
Slow down. You got a penalty for cutting the course.
A little bit of a track cut. Then we have the lock as well here. That was not what we were hoping for at all.
Clear on the right.
It happens here. Now we've at least got the slipstream to work with after being overtaken. We're down to P7. He absolutely pushes it to the limit here. There's cars now coming everywhere. Gotta make sure we hold on, but we're in a little bit of a battle here.
Right side. Still there, hold your line. Clear.
We do quite okay. We now keep it going. Try and push here. We're seeing that there are some possibilities to move over, but we're not getting any of the action. So we're all good for now.
Right side.
Now to the right, we see the F4 car dive down there of Michael Blackman.
Hold your line.
Can he make that move happen? He's well ahead of us now, so we're the one we need to lift.
Clear on the right.
Fortunately for us, he also comes through.
Car right.
To Maggotts and Backus, we're not able to pull off a move, unfortunately, either. Definitely was some potential there, but we need to make sure we nail our lines, and unfortunately we've gone a little bit too wide there. We continue. I mean, we're all good to go, but it's most definitely not helping us here. And now it is just 11 minutes left here. 11 minutes remaining. That's all that we've got to work with here. Here comes that peak left right. We're all doing okay. Make our way over to the corner, but we are now seeing that the drivers ahead of us are slowly making off. And well, that's awkward.
The gap is 1.9 seconds.
Need to try and move on there. Now our fastest laps are currently quite a bit slower than the ones around us here. We're definitely not feeding the track as well today, at least not so far, but we're still good for a good result. We just gotta make sure we keep that consistency going, because at the moment we haven't made a big mistake in a while, and if we keep it that way, we're good for quite a couple points. But I think we can push into the 206s at some point here. Maybe not this lap, but there's potential. Now, here's also another reminder. If you like the content so far, make sure you like and subscribe. As we come through here. Making our way over as well as we possibly can. This time they were through there a little bit quicker than we were last time ago, and it's up to us to try and recover. So far so good. I mean, P8 would be a decent result. I mean, there are 19 drivers in the race after all. The great thing is that we've got nothing to lose now. Obviously, we are taking that curb quite aggressively. But we are doing really well because the drivers behind us are so far away. 26-second gap, which is always great.
You got a slow car on the left.
Slow car on the left here. That's a good sign for us.
The car in front.
We're gaining rather aggressively. It's the same corner that we've made a couple mistakes in before. This time we take it easy. We're all good to go.
The leader just did a 3.245.
Just over 7 minutes remaining here. We've got eyes on the prize. Xavier Diaz is really close up now. Definitely when we can catch if we make sure we play it right here. The average lap times that he's gotten are a little bit better, but they've also had some invalidated laps in there, so they're definitely not completely clean. We keep it going. So I'm a little bit slower than usual, unfortunately for us. Now, it would be massive to drive past Xavier Diaz. Was actually rated fairly high above us, so it would be nice to see. At 6, here we go. We just make sure we hold it. Here we get going nice. We once again have a big lob coming up there, but we do make it through. So at least the recovery is being made here. And obviously there is still plenty of time to try and catch the drivers ahead, but the sooner we do, the better. This time we make it through rather nicely. We're gaining a lot here. We gotta make sure we don't go too wide, and we do, unfortunately.
The car in P1 just set the fastest lap.
Also snap for the current race leader, I should say. No pole sitter, of course, but We push to the limits. If we can find anything, we will. At least give us a roll. And what we can get.
They say you cut the course. You'll have to slow down and give
There's
up
a
the
corner
time
cut,
gain.
unfortunately. And there's a black flag as well. So we need to be careful with what we're doing here.
The car in front is pitting.
Car ahead of us here is pitting as well. It's a little bit of a weird announcement, but oh well, we'll take a P6, I suppose. Now it's a matter of time to see where this brings us. P6 would be a good result here, at least. It would get us plenty of points. Just obviously what we're aiming for right now.
The car in P1 just set the fastest
Fastest lap once again for the current race leader, Oliver
2.901.
Holdgate from the UK. He's had a stellar race so far. Isn't looking to slow down anytime soon.
You have about 5 laps of fuel left.
5 laps of fuel, that should be plenty. I mean, we've got 3 minutes left to race. This time a good lap looking to come through for us at least, so we're seeing nice and steady improvements coming in.
New fastest lap for you.
New fastest lap coming in here, that's always a nice improvement. This time looking to push to the absolute limit again. See what that brings us. So far it's all looking quite okay. This time the laps are looking good. There's a minute left on the clock here. Try and get a move on whenever we possibly could. Really help us here. This time though we're a little bit slower through here. It looks like we're not catching up to anybody at the moment, but we could. There is still time to play with, obviously.
Cut the course, you've got to slow down and give up that
That's
time.
once again a track cut for us as well.
White flag.
Getting quite a few incident points as a result as well, of course. Now as we're in our last lap, gotta see how much potential is there for us. At the moment it's not looking like much here, although it will be a good result, and in fact it might push us over the 1K rating, which would be quite a good achievement. As we once again make it through turn 7 here, we are this time a little bit more careful. We have definitely learned from our mistakes, and I think that's the biggest takeaway from this as well, right? We did quite okay. We should be happy with what we've got, then shown a fair share of improvements as well, which I think is not unimportant. Well, just over 2 minutes left here. Well, as we cross the finish here, it's P6 overall.
Checkered flag, checkered flag.
Checkered flag reached, and this time a good result
Good
here.
job, very good job.
P6 out of 19 is not bad at all. And that is going to reach quite deep in there as well. And obviously we get quite a few incident points here. Let's start off with the bad news. It's 16 out of maximum of 17. That is quite a bit. Can't lie. Although, the good news is finished 6th. And after our safety rating dropped to 2.53, so minus 0.1. Our rating has gone up by 35, and that's going to put us above the 1K threshold for the first time in this series. We're on 1,021. And after scoring 41 points this race and finishing this race 1867th out of 3039, we get up to 332 championship points, aka 151 out of more than 10,000 drivers now, 10,264. Now it's a shame we had those incidents in the beginning, pretty close to disqualifying as well, but it doesn't matter in the end. We have done quite okay, and that's what matters most, I suppose. Now, once again, I'd like to thank you guys as well so much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure once again providing commentary for you. If you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and any feedback is welcome as well. So let us know if there's anything you would like to see improving. And we'll see what comes of it, I suppose. But for now, it's been an awesome result, I can't lie. And as we come in, we're gonna park the car in the pits once again, and then we'll be back later on, looking to set similar results as well, of course, as always.
10, 5.
Here we come, once again
3,
parking in.
2.
I wish you guys a very pleasant rest of your day.